So game number 3 here between Ren and Matheus. What kind of a seed do you think we're in for?
I think we're in for a pretty bad seed. Well, considering the gear that they start with, they find a library card relatively fast, or before death, we have a pretty good seed.
Now, we are immediately reminded of just how good Ren's shield dashing is. This is an early shield seed that'll benefit Ren, for sure.
With a mana prism guarantee, that's pretty good. Flamestar.
I guess while we're waiting for the first relic, if you didn't know, both Ren and Matheus are from Brazil. Shoutouts to Brazil. So, it's a cool head-to-head between two of our top Portuguese players.
And both of them are very good. One's been around a little bit longer. The other one has played a lot more seasons.
Did you know we've also got a Portuguese restream? Right now you can find that on Calvidium's channel. I'm going to start mentioning that a little bit more as we wind down the bracket here. Every match is being restreamed in both English and in Portuguese for the Brazil fans in the audience.
Looks like they have a single hit sword that's dealing a decent amount of damage. I hope it's good enough to make the Slugger and Gaiabon fight a little bit faster.
Whole lot of nothing
Classic
today here.
check. The classic IQ check being nothing as always. Now it's a mirror on my screen. Ren getting juggled a little bit there.
Oh, look at the sync right now. Neck and neck. First 3 minutes.
It looks like that sword is not that strong. It's strong enough to one-shot the scimitars, but not to deal a Saga or Gaibon pass.
Yeah, we're going to be looking for something better pronto.
I'd suspect it'd be a two-hit on the Bloody Zombies as well.
Yeah, this is one of those seeds where, honestly, it might have been better just not equipping the sword to begin with. We're having it, but then mostly using the punch. For those double
Yeah,
hits.
having it in your hand for a little bit extra range is always beneficial. There was a dynamite for Matheus, so could be useful later when he has to fight Scylla. I like what Ren's doing here. He's avoiding the Axe Knights. He's just jumping over them because it's unlikely they're going to drop anything he needs because they can only drop one item. And most of the time they drop a very bad sub-weapon, so you don't really need to worry about killing them, and it makes you slower.
Well, we got a slow one here. Skill a Wolf at Spirit Orb means we're going to the library.
Matheus got a Basilard drop. One thing a lot of people don't know, the Basilard has a special attack.
What does it do?
It's just it's a swing rather than a stab. That's it.
Is it good?
And I think it does slightly more damage. The only reason why you can bring up that it has a special attack, if you have to break a floor and you don't have a sword, you can use the Basilar to break the floor because you can use the special to swing at a downward angle to break the floor. They're pretty much neck and neck still, so not having a shield kind of evens it out for Mattheus. Their backdash chaining is relatively the same. Mattheus taking unnecessary damage, though. I don't like that.
Oh yeah, this is a little bit scary. It's definitely possible to die versus Doppelganger. Maybe not so good here. I mean, would you waste the save to avoid dying with 23 HP?
In a situation like this, with a sword, I wouldn't be as scared, but I'd still probably do a safety save.
Could also maybe go for the pork bun strats. See how much that heals for.
I don't know. I've been in a situation where all my healing was food, and every single thing only gave me 0 health.
We've seen that in bracket as well, the 0 HP healing. Also has some ramen. Yeah, I think this is a better idea than wasting the save. Okay, here we go, yeah. Now the HP is literally identical. Just like that, thank you for the ramen.
Yeah, as long as you have about 50 HP, you should be fine to take 1 or 2 hits from Doppelganger.
Now, I don't love this manip here from Ren, yeah. Better to switch sides. If you have a weak option like that, let's see if Matheus gets it. Well, gets knocked to the other side. I think that'll work.
That sword is so weak. So both of them are going for the outer wall check, it looks like. So there's an interesting routing that you can have happen is if you find enough money, you can just skip outer wall and just go in just to make sure that you can find a better sword potentially. Just buy one. Ren also elected to skip the teleporter. He just reset the room. That could matter at some point.
Is today the day, I wonder, for an early wing smash? See, we've been waiting. We keep hyping it up, it never happens, because this is a complexity preset, but maybe today.
It's highly possible. We've been close to getting a complexity 11 seeds, and that's the max complexity that one of these seeds can produce. We've gotten close, but still haven't hit the complexity 11.
Well, we have Jewel, complexity 1.
The worst starting relic.
Yeah, because now you've got that split decision to make. You got to either go up for 1 major and a warp, or down for 2 majors. Actually 3 with bridge break. Nowadays everyone goes down, but we have seen some people veer away from the standard round this tournament.
Like you.
There's a Varda for 8,000.
Like farewell for now.
Looks like some pretty good throwable items as well.
It'd be great if they find a shield rod or a mob one. They got a a la carte shield. Matheus got a Medusa shield drop. That's pretty good.
So now if you're Ren, do you go back and get the warp? I mean, you kind of have to, right?
You kind of have to at this point.
Pretty slow, but
you're banking. Unless you're banking on finding a library card somewhere, you kind of have to go for it.
So that's going to eat into Ren's lead very slightly. Not a huge deal, but, 15, 20 seconds gone.
It should be enough just to equalize it. I'd be wondering if Ren would decide to go to keep because he has to go back up. But it looks like he's. They've got the life maps on their way out, so we have no reason to grab a save before going to silver. Like right here is the reason why I didn't like Matthews trying to skip the Diplos. Without the shield to guarantee that you don't get hit, you're just going to get hit almost every time. Whereas now with the shield is blocking the fireball attack, so it's free to jump over them then.
What was Ren doing there? Checking out the right side of that room for the first time in Soden history.
Might have had to scratch his nose and went too far right. Oh,
Get some shield dash autopilot, maybe. Okay, apparently this Holy Rod's a little bit better. This is another really cool weapon. Crazy, I'm curious if you agree. The Holy Rod not only is it very fast, it's got one of the fastest special attacks in the game.
Yes. It also has a little secret Easter egg in the special attack. You can see the image of an angel whenever it's cast. But only for 1 frame.
The most obvious time is when you level up using it. It stays on screen during the level up.
Oh, Matthews found a fire shield by the toads in caverns. I wonder if Matthews is going to use the dynamite against. I would think he wouldn't because it has a good chance of being a dud, but it would completely destroy Scylla if it does go off.
Let me give a quick shout out to Ammo for the 3 months of support. Thank you very much, Ammo, for the Twitch resub.
It's not looking good for Matthews. He's struggling.
Oh my god, are we gonna have our first Scylla death of the tournament? I've been predicting that it would happen eventually. Oh, losing a lot of time here, down to 20 HP. 2 more hits will do it. 1 more hit will kill.
Jeez. I don't know if this.
Good call on the shield potion, but possibly too little too late. Okay, never mind. We got some hits. Nice. Okay.
That could have been bad. Like I said, I think he should have used the dynamite at the start.
Yeah, dynamite is one of the very best Scylla options. And that goes back to some old dinner dog sage advice when it comes to being in a near-death situation in Soden. Just open the menu, don't panic, see what resources you have. Soden gives you a lot of tools to work with. In that case, Mateus found the clutch shield potion, so good stuff. Losing time, of course, but I'm sure he's happy to be alive.
Ren found a mystic pendant, which would be nice whenever he gets his first spell, he might be able to use the spells to his advantage then. Or if they find Bat pretty fast, that would help out a lot with movement. And a Marcel.
Is that the top tier we've been looking for, Crazy? We did have that Marcel the other day that was attack 1. So you never know.
I haven't seen the stats on it yet, but could be good. It makes sense for them not to put it on because, you know, if they find Bat over here, they're probably going straight to Cerberus, and fighting Cerberus with a fire sword is not a good idea. It's just Leapstone.
We'll definitely be
that
keeping that one.
The worst situation now, because that opens up 3 locations. That opens up the Colosseum. Was it Demon Card and Grand Flume? But where Leapstone was found means that if he wants to go to Demon Card and Grand Flume, and keep the Leapstone, he'd have to go all the way around, which in a seed like this is not good.
Not good. But yeah, Leapstone 100% worth keeping, even though that's slightly inconvenient getting back. So of the 3, which one would you be leaning towards here?
Just because I've played this preset a lot, it tends to be either Demon Card or Grand Flume. Most of the time it ends up being Grand Flume because the randomizer hates us, but yeah, I would put money on the Catacombs rather than Colosseum at this point.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 checks in Logic, seems like it'd be a decent play, but maybe wanting to save that for Spike Breaker check. I'm expecting Colosseum for both.
Yeah, because they're going to be on the way to Colosseum. It doesn't make sense to just skip it yet. Unless they had 100% knowledge that it had to be downstairs, it's a safe bet to go to Colosseum. The Marcel looks like it's halfway decent.
Nice.
Deviations from the route yet. There hasn't been any splits for either of the players, so it's hard to know what's going to happen next right now.
Yeah, Ren going up. We'll see if once again Mateus follows that same route. But yeah, look at this lead from the shield dashing. It's that plus Scylla. It's pretty sizable already.
Looks like Matheus is having a hard time with his dive kick right now. Spittlebone not helping him right now.
Oh yeah, I think there are a couple different setups. The one I like to use is you stay further to the right, and then the second that Spittlebone comes on screen from the top, then you go full hop dive kick. So yeah, losing a little bit more time now. Possibly some game 3 nerves. This is an elimination game, so that's very understandable. Also, another quick shout out here. Thank you very much, Reinsgard, for supporting the channel with 2 community gift subs. Thanks a bunch.
Yeah, the problem that I was seeing Matthews was having is he was hitting the left side of the spittle bone rather than the head of the spittle bone. So he was going too far to the left and it was causing him to bonk.
Yeah, you want to be further out.
So Ren grabbed the teleporter before going into Coliseum. That is, in this situation, is probably one of the better plays. I still don't like the center teleporter in this preset that much because you spend so much time traveling to the center that it just ends up not mattering.
Yeah, the reason why it makes sense here, even if it might not always make sense, is that Ren's going to be going from Coliseum to Castle Keep, and if both of those are empty, Center Warp lets you go down quickly. Or maybe not. Hang on, I take it back.
He's opening up the shortcut to, well, one, to get an item check, and two, if he feels like he has to go to keep, he can just go without having to wait.
Oh, I see. So, okay, I was expecting to do that check after the fight, but I see what you mean now. So we're punching Minotaur, very standard. Punching.
And you have a Marcel, it hits a bunch of times. Just check it real quick.
Holy Rod gets the job done.
Rib of Vlad.
Okay, so you had no Castle Keep, actually. In this situation, I'm not sure you really need the center teleport. You know?
In this situation, not so much.
And as a result, Mateus, who I don't think got the teleport, kind of catching up a little bit now. You can see how much of a time investment that is, by the way. The teleport and the item check. Oh, but Mateus is going to be going to Castle Keep.
Oh. So they did the exact opposite. One of them got the teleporter that wasn't advantageous for themselves, but the other one doesn't grab it, but goes the way that the teleporter would have been helpful.
My guess is Mateus, if this is nothing, and it's only got a 1 in 3 chance from Mateus's perspective of being value. If it's nothing, then you just teleport to outer wall and go down, which is slower.
No, this is on the same layer as everything else that was already checked in caverns. Ren is going to a higher layer right now.
No, wait, Castle Keep is, oh no, you're right.
Castle
You're
Keep
right.
is
Yep,
unlocked
yeah,
by
you're right.
Jewel Open.
Yeah, Jewel 1,
So
Leech Stone
at
2, so this is also layer 2, and I think that means Ren's route is better. Would you agree?
I would agree. The only thing is that, like I said, Matheus is going to a complex, or he's going to a layer that was already open to him when he got Leap Stone. So at most he can get a random Vlad, which he can easily get later on. And then there's a slight chance that, you know, progression was 2 parts in that layer. But that's highly unlikely. The only other thing that helps him is that he gets a teleporter.
Oh my god, it's so fast! However, that was not optimal gameplay, not to call out Ren. Should have been doing rapid fire quarter circle forwards for extra angel damage. SMH. Still very fast.
Yeah,
You can see how good Fire Shield is, by the way. Or that might be Ruby Circlet. Yeah, Ruby Circlet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ruby Circle. Power of Mist. Grand Filling feels bad, doesn't it? So considering I don't know what Ren is doing right now. I hope he's not teleporting out. Okay. So considering that Power of Mist was at Demon card, there is a decent chance that you could find Mist at Grand Fort in this situation.
Meanwhile, Dark Metamorphosis at Castle Keep, not good for Mateus.
It's his first usable spell, at least. That's not nothing. Not good
Close,
enough.
though. Close.
It's not good enough, but you know, it's definitely something that can help, especially with how low his health is getting sometimes. I was having a hard time with that Hellfire Knight. He's too tall, he couldn't jump over him.
Discus Lord is another one that's kind of tough to get past. Oh, look at these item checks, though. Hoping for a library card.
Yeah, he loves these item checks.
They're not that slow, and very few players go for them. So they can give you an advantage if they pay off. So yeah, as expected, Mateus is approaching from Outer Wall.
And it feels so slow. I kind of want to know what Mateus was thinking when he went that way, or went to keep.
Okay, hear me out. Jewel 1, Leapstone 2, Bat 3 at Grand Falloon. Echo 4 at All Rocks. And then blah, 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 blah. Point is, you can find Bat here. That would be so hype.
Well, he's got a decent chance of finding something that helps him into Spikebreaker. Because this is likely to be like a flight thing or lead to flight. And if it's Mist, he can get into Spikebreaker. If it's Bat, he can get into Spikebreaker.
This Holy Rod is so cool. They can defeat the Legion bodies faster than they can spawn in. Very nice.
Only thing that sucks about this boss fight this early without like gravity boots, you can't despawn the bodies. So you have to deal with the bodies if you want to deal damage to the core.
Yo, let's go! Yo, let's go! Feels nice to actually get early Bat with early Wing Smash. Complexity layer 3, how about that?
Early Bat. It's been almost 29 minutes, but that's early in this kind of situation.
Yeah, for a complexity preset, come on now. Now we're getting a little picky. So we'll definitely see Spike Room next. Is that a logic?
It's not that it was like it's a bad situation. It's everything that led to it. Like they had to get Leapstone at Merman and go all the way around to get back here.
Yeah, you're honestly completely right. If it was this layout, but a slightly more friendly early, this could have been like a 15-20 minute bat instead of 30 minutes. But still, both runners are going to be happy to see this.
And you turned around to try to pick up that shield. You already have the Alucard shield. So.
Ooh.
To the bad. With Bat on that layer, Ren, I know what Ren's thinking. He's like, that has a good chance of being just a random blend.
Well, let's consider a hypothetical chain. So Wolf is no longer going to be progression, and Power Wolf no longer going to be progression. We can rule those out. So with Bat Layer 3... Sorry?
So that's one piece of confidence gone.
Yeah, one piece of confidence gone. Still haven't seen any rings. Probably too early to say. But I would not rule out Echo Complexity 8 at the moment.
Yeah, it's possible, but there is still the potential of a Vlad being random and at a high complexity location. There's still one chance. It's not likely though. Alright, so Red's gonna go ahead and teleport out of here. Probably check Fire of Bat and then go to Keep. Or he might just check Fire of Bat and then teleport to Entrance. And just do a clockwise route.
Okay. Could be random, could be complexity. Could have something where it's like both rings are layer 4. We've seen that before.
Another mana prism for Ren.
Question from the chat, will we find Mist? Almost certainly. Mist is in the chain somewhere.
Yeah, Mist has to be in the chain for... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mist has to be in the chain considering what all has happened so far. And one confidence gone. Manipulating Karasmontis down the ground.
With a really fast weapon like the Holy Rod, that can be the best way to handle it. Smart.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. We might be in for a blazing fast, like sub 50 kind of seat. 3 down. Fastest movement in the game already.
So I do want to correct something that Ren said yesterday. Ren said that he had the fastest time on the tournament, which was, he said 39 minutes and some seconds. That is not technically true. We had a practice race, I believe it was, where Swarm got a 31 minutes and 16 seconds.
31?
31 minutes and 16 seconds. On that same seat, I got a 30. And Ren got a 32 on that seat. I think he do not remember that seat because we've played so many seats that it's hard to remember. But yeah, 31 minutes and 16 seconds on a Spellbound, that's almost impossible to get.
Yeah, we will probably never see a time that good again, at least not for this tournament season. That is pretty nuts. Hey, so speaking of Mist, it is just straightforwardly Mist Layer 4.
Okay, so I do like the play of Ben going straight for Silvering, even though he still has to do Olroc's quarters. He is looking for information. He's looking to see if he can skip all of the layers of progression, since he has the Vlad at Spikebreaker.
Yeah, especially considering there's already 3 Vlads on the table, information is probably more valuable here than check density.
Ren remembering that he's already killed Minotaur and Werewolf, that's nice. Have we seen Maria yet? I wonder what cloak she's wearing today.
Oh, we'll find out soon.
It's a nice outfit. The other ring. Okay. So what Ren is likely assuming right now is that Soul of Bat is just Spike Breaker, or it could be Merman that leads to Spike Breaker.
And that would give us enough. So I believe that means confidence count is 1, because here's a hypothetical simplified chain, right? Jewel 1, Leapstone 2, Bat 3, Mist 4. And then, like you said, assume the simplest thing. Spike Breaker, Soul of Bat 5. Silver Ring 6. Holy Glass is 7, Echo 8. In which case, no Merman in the chain. So we're still not 100% sure on if this seed is linear or not, but it's looking good. So what you could do, it's a game 3. This is the time to do it. Maybe an all-rock skip here from Ren, potentially. If you find Holy Glasses, you might just go to Castle 2. Bet it all.
Yeah. Just skip everything else, go to Castle 2 with 3 Vlads. And with the information that you've likely gotten the Complexity Vlad.
No, I can tell you this route was popularized by... Well, God, it's hard to believe, but at this point, a veteran of the rando, Fire, where, you have 3 in Castle 1, and you get Holy Glasses midway through the chain, you just go. You just go to Castle 2, you bet it all. Because of the density, that often works out. It seems very committal, but in a 1v1 in particular, it's very strong. So I'm curious if we'll see that today.
Well, we will get information on what Soul of Bat is, because Matheus is in the library. And if it's Merman statue, he's in for a trip. Maybe that Marcel wasn't as strong as I thought. I'm just saying, Ren is known to go for a bathroom break real quick whenever he's on those rooms. So, oh, there's Spike Breaker at Soul Bet. So
and there's Holy Glasses. Okay.
We have full knowledge now.
Yeah, because it has to be. Yeah, so Merman's bait, because otherwise there's not enough. I mean, it could still be that Merman's in the chain, and it's a complexity 10.
Merman,
but bottom line, you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, Ren's likely to skip Soul of Bat. Maybe it depends on how he feels. He could. Ooh, what is that? Oh. He could try to check all rocks or Alchemy Labs, but at this point, I think it's just smart to go to Second Castle.
I mean, one idea here, if you want to compromise slightly but still play really aggressive, is all rocks then Castle 2. So you're skipping stuff, but not nearly as much. And Ren's been playing so good. I think he knows he's got time to do that. So we'll see. That would be probably my route recommendation for Ren. All rocks, Zorlo, bounce.
No, I like the opposite of reversing Alchemy Labs. Because you're getting to a closer you can reduce the amount of teleport animations you have to do, and you're also getting the same density in checks.
So maybe Matheus will try something a little bit different then. Might have a cool divergence here.
I hope. We need to... but he does have 2 Vardas that is going to matter at some point. Hey, it's fake Holy Glasses. Oh yeah, this route for Matheus is a little rough because he's going to go through all rocks, and he has to go this way because he doesn't have the teleport.
So yeah, Matheus is 100% going to have the big-time combat advantage.
But he's got the routing disadvantage. Yes, most of the time routing is the deciding factor. Combat can reduce the amount of time that gets lost, but routing is the ultimate factor in this situation.
Nothing at all rocks. I'm feeling a Zorlo, Vlad.
Nah, it's gonna be gravity boots.
That's good too. I don't think Ren would be complaining about that. Tetra. You know what? Honestly, for Ren, Tetra's good.
That's that's a guaranteed way of getting past Richter. In this preset, if you don't have a decent spell, it can be a pain. Although he does have the Holy Rod, which means that he can never kill Richter, so he'll never get the bad ending.
All right, I was thinking maybe Ren would go reverse chapel, get those. There are still alchemy lab checks, right?
Yeah, there's 2 alchemy labs.
Yeah. So maybe you do those, but no. Instead, I think maybe just maybe we're going Castle 2.
Matthews just checked his map. He's trying to see what all he has skipped to see if he needs to reroute the alchemy lab. So maybe he's thinking that he has to go there.
Crazy, would you agree that 2 Vlads on the table and you're committing to early Castle 2? You go right side here.
Oh yeah, you go right side. You do my patented go straight center. You go right side until you find a Vlad, and then you turn around when you find the Vlad.
So this is very exciting. I love this route from Ren. This is exactly the route that I would have done. I think it's a great route. It does open up some vulnerabilities at Alchemy Lab, Succubus. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, but if you're skipping those, you're accepting the fact that you can lose because somebody checked one more thing or 2 more things than you did.
Now, on the flip side, if Mateus does those checks and they have nothing, this lead, I mean, we'll do a quick lead check now. It's significant for Ren. It's going to be tough. It'd have to be like Mateus goes left side and finds both or something like that. All right, so teleports at 43:36.
Mind you, Mateus got 2 Vardas. Ren does not have any Vardas. It might not be important now, but it could end up being a deciding factor. What Mateus is going to do? Is he going to drop down? No.
Oh, right, Mateus still got to get the ring, yeah.
Yeah, he's still got to get the ring. Yeah, he's way behind right now. When he goes back to center, he's probably going to get holy glasses, and he might be incentivized at that point to check alchemy level. And that's technically his win condition now, is there being a Vlad there.
Absolutely. It's not even necessarily a guaranteed win, because, for example, if one Vlad's in Alchemy, and another Vlad is deep into Castle 2, Ren could have a chance to do both before Mateus gets them. But that would be looking really good for Mateus at that point.
Ren's still saving his mana prisms. There's better opportunities whenever you're in a different location, not here, because you have so many save rooms in this area that you can just dip into one and grab a RNT.
Okay, 0 for 2 to start for Ren.
So by the time Mattheus gets into second castle, Ren should have defeated Trio by then.
Do you think Mateus will go Succubus as well, or just Alchemy?
Just Alchemy, because he's gonna weigh the 2 versus the 1, and Succubus is weird location, and he could also do that if he feels like he has to check Holy Symbol after fighting them.
A question here: did they check Power of Wolf? That might be another one they orphaned.
I believe they both skipped Power of Wolf. Matthew's double checking his map to see what he has skipped. No Hellfire to deal with Aqua.
Not bad.
Could have been worse. There's a way to loop him so that you don't get the poison mist come out. But it's a little bit more difficult, and you have a good chance of getting grabbed by Aquadon.
All of a sudden, 0 for 3. Early Castle 2, perhaps not looking as strong as it once did.
Oh, Mateus is not checking Alchemy Labs. I don't agree with that situation because, again, you could get 2 checks and be 1. Oh, that's Asafune Katana. But you can get 2 checks and be 1 teleporter closer to getting to Castle Keep.
If you want to find the Spellbound tracker we're using, you can join the Long Library Discord. Everything related to the tournament you can find there. Brackets, resources, etc. Check it out.
Jupiter, you said we had a chance for a 50-minute seed. It's not looking too hot for that anymore.
It's easy. Just quick trio Bs, and you're in there.
Yeah, quick trio Bs, yeah.
You know, I like this route from Mateus on paper. Mateus feeling behind, does the on-paper aggressive route, but so did Ren. So all of a sudden, I'm not sure what the win condition is. Probably hyper-aggressive, where you do this and you go left side.
Yeah, left side and creature health multiply. That's pretty much all that's left for Matthews. Or Ren getting hit by Ralph like 20,000 times. That could be a win condition.
Who's Ralph?
In the Japanese version of the Castlevania series, Trevor's name is Ralph.
Who?
His name is Ralph Belmundo.
Trevor? You mean Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor. Trevor Belmont is Ralph.
I'm not going to acknowledge Ralph. Anyway, this has been a really bad Castle 2 here.
That's his Japanese canonic name. That's all I'm saying.
If I'm Ren, I'm feeling really nervous about this. Let's see where Mateus can go.
I mean, it makes sense that Mateus is going right because he's skipping so much in first castle that he's trying to maximize his checks in second.
No, I agree with that, yeah, but Ren had the same idea and had the better castle one. It is looking commanding for Ren right now. Even if things are a disaster here in the second castle, it's like one Vlad late and that's it, it's still going to be fine for Ren.
Yeah, considering how strong that Holy Sword is right now, the Vardas don't really matter.
Who will be
Although
the
also
best Brazilian player? Who's the best in Brazil? For this tournament, anyway.
No fire. Right side is it was bait. Right side was bait.
Left side from Mateus would have been spicy. I mean, literally just nothing, right? Not even gravity boots, just nothing.
Yeah. Like, I find it weird that Mateus didn't go left side a little bit because, you know, throughout the tournament, he's been doing stuff like that, going left side or skipping certain things when he knows that it's likely to be nothing on right side. So, kind of hope that he went to left side to fight Creature. Now, I do wonder if Ren is going to go to Creature at this point, because he's done the entirety of left side and found nothing. He could be feeling that Creature holds something at this point. The question at that point is he going to do the Mana Prism? Considering he just used the Mana Prism, I think he's going to Creature.
I agree with this. Oh, well, never mind.
Okay, maybe not.
I'm curious about that Mana Prism use in that case, you know?
You could have just conserved some MP and just dive kicked some of the Jackal Bones and just avoided the Nova Skeletons altogether.
Mm-hmm.
But considering he's saving here, he's going to Creature now.
Question from the chat, by the way. Where are we in brackets? So this is going to be losers' quarters, which means, because it's a game 3, whoever wins is moving on. Whoever loses is out of the tournament. It's a big moment here for both players, but Mateus in particular needs a bit of a miracle to stay in it.
So Ren grabbed the save, but he's not going to Creature. That's weird. We're gonna see. I don't know about that, Drew.
I give it a 5. Individually, the colors are good. Combined, I don't know about it. It's kind of like the Joker.
I think if they were reversed, it would have been better. It's just like a very, well, it's not a bright green on the inside, but it's brighter than the purple that was outside.
Is it finally time for a Vlad? No. Could be random. Could be a random Vlad at the J.
It could be. We could have a very spicy situation where Succubus and Holy Simple have a Vlad.
You know, I think now, because Ren decided to skip Creature, Mateus back in it slightly, hear me out. If Ren decides to save split, like let's say everything is a bust coming up, Ren save splits and gives up Merman Statue, and then it's Final Vlad at the J, that might be it.
Echo of that, so...
Yeah, look at this, he's gonna give it up. Oh no!
He's gonna go check Creature, I believe, at this point. It feels really bad. I'm not sure. I don't hate the situation. He just knows that Holy Simple in this situation is at most a random Vlad. And with, what, 3 more picks in second castle, he's hoping that that's not the case.
I'm just really nervous about giving up Merman. Now again, from Ren's perspective, Ren feels way behind because all Soten players always feel behind. You made this early Castle 2 Gambit play, and it has not worked out at all. So you're feeling really nervous, despite being way ahead. Understandable to take yet another risk, but we know that could be a problem.
So Mattheus is going for the modified right side. If he skips dot 40 and Force of Echo, and the two Vlads are at Death and Galamoth, he has a good chance of winning.
I can't believe this. This would be an insane comeback. Also, creature rolling around.
Mr. Roly Poly Oly himself, Elmer Fudd.
Typical creature. All of a sudden.
The only reason why Mattheus is in it now is because now the Vardas make a difference.
True. Good point.
But he has to skip dot 40 and Force of Echo. If he doesn't, then it doesn't matter.
What a miserable Castle 2 this has been.
Everything's just garbage.
This is always one of the worst feelings. You're flying up this this passage here with no gravity boots while the chill music is playing. You're just constantly obsessed with how much time you're losing. And Ren had to do that twice. It's not a good feeling. Oh my god. Oh my god! Okay, if it's Death and Galamoth Final 2, Mateo's gonna win. Gonna win! Wow.
This is not looking good for Ren anymore.
Yeah, if you're in for Ren, you don't want this to be a Vlad.
You want one of these two to not be a Vlad.
It's a cube, that's good. Okay, that's really good. However, there is still a win condition for Mateus, which is the J has got a Vlad. So it's gone from like 50-50 to 80-20, but it's not over. Oh no, what is this? No.
So I can explain this to you, Jupiter. The thing is, he needs two Vlads. He has several checks left in First Castle. One of them is guaranteed in First Castle. So he is betting that the second one is also in First Castle. It is not likely, but at least he's going for the guaranteed one that he knows.
I disagree with this. I think that would be an understandable play if you were holding on to Merman statue.
Well, yeah, if you're holding on to Merman statue, yes, that makes sense. Now it doesn't quite make sense, but the entire thought process of you have two Vlads left and you only have Galamoth left, you can leave Galamoth until you have absolutely no other options.
Here is my synopsis of this game 3 so far. I think both routes were actually really good. Ren had the cleaner Castle 1. I agree with the decision to go to Castle 2 early. Castle 2 was so bad, this is now a spaghetti seed. Everybody's in panic mode, and just, there's no one has any idea what's gonna happen, basically. It could just be both Vlads at Alchemy and it's over, but Vlad at J, Mateus wins. Vlad at Galamoth, who the hell knows? This is not what I was expecting, but okay, very exciting.
Look, I will enlighten some people whenever the match was starting. I told Ren he needs to win because I want to run back. I don't want to be the only. Oh, there's gravity. I don't want to be the only person who has ever 2-0'd somebody, so I need him to beat me at least once.
I just can't believe it's gonna be J go mode.
could be Jay. Go. Jay, go. Because they still haven't checked the champion.
So what are the checks we got remaining? We got both in Alchemy, we got Jay, we got Succubus, and we got Galamoth. Is that everything? So 5 left?
I believe so, yes.
There's one! There's one! It's not over for Ren.
Not over yet.
Here's the eye. If only we could see where the last Vlad was. It's probably right here, isn't it? Despite all my talk about the spaghetti, it's just gonna be over.
I would bet. Do the hair succubus, I would bet.
Ooh, still spicy, Solar Wolf. Also, I've been here, Crazy, I know you've been here. In this situation, both players are checking the race spot for a dot done every 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's literally my the race channel is up, literally like an inch away from my game screen, so I can see it in my peripheral vision at all times. Still kind of sucks for Mattheus because he still has to track here to teleport and go to Galamoth if he feels like he needs to go to Galamoth.
If it's not Succubus, I don't know what to do if you're Ren. I mean, you can't save split the Vlad that you did acquire, so you're gonna have to just go all in on the Galamoth 50-50, right?
Most likely, yes. Unless
Man.
he still technically can save split, it's just not good.
So basically, at this moment, it really is this simple. Ren has a 2 in 3 chance of moving on to loser's semis and surviving in bracket. Mateus has a 1 in 3 chance of surviving. It's just gonna come down to this 2 in 3.
And as a reminder, the winner of this is going against me in the semifinals.
Go mode at Succubus. It will always be a meme skip. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, that feels so bad.
Boy. We almost had a
There is a
Galamoth
round
J 50-50 game 3. That would have been too stressful even for me. I'm not even playing. It would have been too stressful for me. You can only imagine how the players are feeling. Well, Ren is gonna take this one. Crazy. Reactions?
It's what I've wanted all along. I wanted the easy way now. I wanted to have a run back because I don't want to say I felt bad during the like winners. Well, the match that I beat Ren in. I didn't feel super good because, well, I did do a lot of skips that kind of didn't make sense. It just worked out for me, and 9 times out of 10, Ren's gonna beat me. So I wanted him to have another chance at beating me, and this one would be for the money. And I know Ren, he would love to have the money. So. But either way, both racers, it was just going to be awful for me to try to win. I still think that I am not quite as good as these two. Not saying that I'm not good, I'm just not as good as these two. So, both of them deserve to win. It's just I would prefer Ren. Maybe because I bet channel points on it, but I don't know.
Crazy, always humble in victory, humble in defeat, and humble in the commentary booth. It's going to be a great set. But I want to give a shout out to both of these. Amazing players. One last time, shout outs to Brazil. This Brazilian matchup was awesome. It got really spicy towards the end, and both did a great job keeping it really exciting. It's going to be a shame to lose Matheus from the bracket, but remember, Matheus is the person doing the Portuguese restreams. So, you'll definitely want to give them a follow. I'll plug that in the chat after the match is done. So they will still be very much involved in the tournament.
Eddie's checking always. He's going to be disappointed.
This could have been it. I mean, this could have been the win right here. I wonder what it'll be. What's even left? Nothing? I think it's just an empty check, right?
Have they? I think they found Sprite card. Yeah, because I was in the shop. I've already seen Gas Cloud.
Oh, you're right. It could just be vanilla, right? I don't think we've seen the J.
Yeah, it could be vanilla. Fire of that.
Oof.
Everybody loves high complexity fire of that. Ben, I need you to lock in.
You want to know what happened there? The reason that wasn't very clean is half of Ren's attention was focused on the race bot.
Yeah, I know.
This is the most stressful part of Soden racing. Like in most sports, you can kind of accept the inevitable, but because you have incomplete information, you don't know what's going on with your opponent. You're constantly expecting to lose right before you finish. So this is also probably going to be a little bit of a sloppy Dracula fight, if I had to guess.
Yeah, in this kind of situation, you're constantly looking at the time, seeing if your opponent's finishing. You know it's probably like neck and neck at this moment. Your heart rate is probably double what it normally is.
People might be wondering, well, how close can it really get? Grand finals of a tournament from many years ago, me versus ASD. I lost by less than 1 second. So the answer is, yes, it can be literally within 1 second. It's happened before, it can happen again. No lead is safe.
Yeah, yesterday Ren beat Swarm in a practice race by 20 seconds. It gets really close sometimes. We had a race not of Spellbound, but it was literally, we had a race, and the only way we can tell who actually won is that we had to use a Lewis script from Mod to read how many frames were processed during the game.
Wow.
And it was literally like by like 3 frames.
Three cycle definitely feels bad. 5 lads for Matheus, but this is gonna be the end. Time. Big congrats to Ren. Survives a really scary situation and moves on to losers semifinals. Now we'll see if we can get both players in for a post-game interview. Okay, so after that wild game 3, we now have Ren and Matheus in the commentary booth. Welcome both.
Hello.
Yo. Hello.
Okay, Crazy, go ahead and start. Any questions for our racers here?
All right, Ren, my first question for you is, what's your heart rate right now?
345.
Saw you messing up a little bit on Shaft. I guarantee you were staring at the finish line, or the
the race spot,
screen.
Yes.
So,
yes. I don't have weapons. I just have a holder sword.
So my first question would be for Matheus, actually. When you went to Coliseum with just Leapstone and Jewel of Open, what was your reason for going to Keep?
Yeah, I was just thinking that it would be nice to just have that warp. And I know that going down at that moment was probably the probably not probably it was actually the higher odds play, but I wasn't feeling my movement at that point. I didn't feel good playing the seed, and I just tried to do something a little bit different and try to maybe catch up with the 1 in 3. So that's pretty much it.
So would it be safe to say that you felt behind whenever you were going to second castle?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, so I noticed also that you would constantly flicker your map screen. Were you trying to calculate the possibilities of more Vlads being in first castle?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was just trying to make sure that I was doing the correct play in the sense of probability. So, and also trying to keep up with the how many checks and which checks I was leaving behind. Just because I played a couple of seeds before this one, and I was getting some seed bleed. So, yeah, those 2 reasons.
Yeah, all understandable. So I do want to kind of inform you that you did make this statistically correct play, but Ren made the exact same play. So
Wow,
it
yeah.
kind of didn't work out for you because Ren got to do that. He checked silvering before doing all rocks.
Mhm.
So he got to go back to the center of the castle, get holy glasses, and then go immediately to second castle. Whereas you did not have the center teleporter, so you had to go from outer wall. I think that did lose you quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
But in the heat of the moment, that it does make sense to do what you did. So that would lead to my next question, which would be for Ren. What was your reasoning to go straight to silver?
I think Spike Breaker is on so bad, so I say I need to, pick the complexity and see what I'm gonna do later. I need holy glasses and I have 3 Vlads, so I need progression. I have 3 Vlads. I can think later after I found holy glasses. I think it's gonna be Merman statue. I think this seed is I think it's just Echo on the second castle. But no. But it's okay. And that's what I think. I think in save splitted leaf stone at the beginning and just go down. But I said if it's Colosseum, this is not gonna be fun. So, I'm gonna lose time going to Colosseum now and do not losing time later if I need to go to Colosseum after this stuff. So I check Colosseum, I found the Vlad, I say, okay, it's Demon Card or a Granfalon. And I think, for real, what Jupiter is doing with the race spot, because it's 3 Granfalon seeds in a row,
Hey, look, I am the one rolling them, but I have no bias in favor of Granfalon. It just happens that way.
Oh my god, when I saw so off bad at Granfalon, I said, I lose. I know it's just 25, I think 26 minutes, but I said, man, Matthews is going down and gamble with this stuff. I'm gonna lose because of that. Oh my god.
Good luck for you, he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, for my money, I think both of you had really good routes. Ren had the cleaner castle 1, which ultimately made the difference, but I think all of your reads were really good and very reasonable. Mateus, we're going to hate to lose you from the bracket, but just to reiterate, you are the person hosting the vast majority of the Portuguese restreams. So once again, let me just copy-paste here. Do give Mateus a follow if you want to support Soden and maybe watch in Portuguese as well. So thanks for everything you do for the tournaments.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Thanks for hosting the tournament and allowing for the Portuguese restream. And yeah, I'll see any of you guys that want to watch in Portuguese. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think there's a race, right?
Yeah, we got winners finals game 3 coming up.